Eli5. How does cheese not expire for 9 to 12 months while aging but can only last a few weeks after being aged? When you are making cheese, the conditions are right to favor the right kind of microorganisms on the cheese. Cheese ages at specific temperatures and moisture levels that promote the growth of these correct microorganisms. Additionally, a lot of cheeses do mold during aging. That is what the outside rind is. On the other side, the cheese is made in huge blocks and the moldy parts are removed and you receive the inside of these huge blocks, wheels. I'm no expert on aged cheese, but in my refrigerator, aged cheeses usually last considerably longer than a few weeks, if I don't eat them sooner. It's kept in precise conditions while being aged. Once it's open and exposed to the varied environment of a refrigerator, it's going to pick up all sorts of things that start to grow on it. I've got tins of cheese that are fully sealed and go back probably 5 years by now. I grow the collection every year. In 15–20 years, I'll have 20-year aged cheddar. Just for your info, with hard, semi-hard cheeses, if it starts to go a bit funky, you can pretty safely just cut off the outside layer a few centimeters and it's completely fine. Don't do this with soft cheeses though, because you'll have a real bad time. They need to bring back, how's it made? Cheese wheels also have a thick skin that protects the insides. Also, most cheese aging facilities are temperature and humidity controlled. Because it's been cut, a whole, uncut round of cheese lasts much longer because it has a protective layer of mold or wax. 12 months is young. You can store it yourself for another 2+ years. Just make sure to buy the whole wheel. Even a smaller wheel. The wheel has a protective wax layer. The cheese is usually held in optimal conditions and flipped every now and then. Those conditions are best described by the other posts. For our convenience, they cut out a wedge or sell it sliced. That's just life, isn't it, mate? You age and age until you can't age anymore. Then you go bad. Same thing as dry-aged beef. Controlled environment, and cut off the funky parts before selling. Soft cheese, mold makes almost roots in it. A lot of people are talking about rinds and aging conditions and whatnot, but there might be a simpler answer depending on what kind of cheese you buy. Most of the cheese at the grocery store is barely cheese. It hasn't been properly pressed and aged and has a bunch of other non-cheese stuff in it, so it goes bad quickly. If you buy a cheese that has been aged for a year, it should last a long time. Same reason milk goes bad in a couple hours left out but can last weeks in the fridge. Specific conditions can help good bacteria and hinder bad. Cheese is aged in a controlled environment. Cheesemakers know exactly what's in and around their cheese, and what isn't. Or at least they know how to keep out what they don't want. Your fridge is very much not controlled though. Wild molds and bacteria everywhere that isn't safe to eat. In my experience, cheese can last a long time after being removed from the grocery package. I put the cheese in a Tupperware type container with vacuum capabilities. Mold can come from contaminated cutlery too. I think the original package should be discarded immediately after opening. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.